is controlled by white supremacy. What is white supremacy? Motherfucker told me the other day, ain't no white supremacy. Ain't no white person supreme to me. Fucking idiot. Socially, they are. Socially, they are. Unfortunately, a white person can bust you in your shit. The cops come. Who they gonna pick up? The cops come. Who they gonna be looking at funny? So no, we know how all of us who do a little research on melanin, all of us who do a little research on the history of the Moors, the history of Mansa Musa, the history of the people who came before us, we know we greater. We know our melanin makes us dominant, right? On some scientific shit. That's why the name of this podcast is the Melanated Convo, because we going deeper. If I'm gonna be serious with my folks, I ain't gonna call you. I say black and African American as a familial term that I know people are familiar with, so they relate to it a little more at times. But you ain't fucking black. Let's talk about it. You ain't black. You're not black. In the 1800s, a doctor or a scientist's last name was, I think, Blombach or something like that. He created all the colors. Black, white, yellow, green. He created this shit. You're not black. Look at your fucking skin. Look at the color black. Then look at your fucking skin. You're not black. If you look at the Black Laws Dictionary, black actually has no place in law. Black means nothing, right? African American, you're not African American. In the 80s, that was a political move. In the 80s, Jesse Jackson and other black politicians didn't like that we were called colored, didn't like that we were called Negro, didn't like that we were called black. So they wanted a more acceptable term to use when referring to the African people that live in this country. So they said, hey, we want to be Americans. We helped build America. We're from Africa. Let's put them together. African American, right? Well, no. That's some bullshit too, because my ancestors helped build this country, but I never felt like I was included. I don't feel patriotic at all. Like, on no goddamn, by no stretch of the imagination do I feel patriotic. That's basically because look how we're treated in this country. That's why, and I say all that to say, that's why I use melanated. That's why I use melanin. I think one of the first things we have to do, if we are going to divorce ourselves from this system, if we're going to divorce ourselves from their ideologies, from how they see shit, from their traditions, the first thing we got to do is start defining ourselves, right? That's the first thing we got to do. That's why I love when somebody black asks me what's melanated. Right? Because that's not a dictionary term. That's a made-up term. People in the conscious community, I got to give credit to people like Tariq Nasheed, people like Jason Black, people like Boyce Watkins, right? These are people that I consider my mentors who have helped me frame my thinking. I'm not going to lie about that, right? In melanated is the reason why they hate your fucking black skin, right? So we need to get to a point where we understand exactly who we are in this country, family. So shit like this, you should be outraged when you see a black man murdered on camera. But you should know how to contextualize what you're looking at. You should know how to put it in perspective. Do me a favor, family, read about, and I know a lot of us don't read, which is unfortunate than a motherfucker, but do me a favor and read about the black codes. Read about slave patrols. Research plantation police. You feel me? Research Mansa Musa. Research the Moors. Research what happened when the Moors went into Spain, right? Research how, and I'm not being racist. I can't be racist, but I'm not being facetious when I say this. Research how in Rome, white folks was living with their animals. Right, white folks was dying from fucking syphilis and chicken pox and simple ass diseases because they wasn't washing their ass, family. They didn't have running water. They was living on top of each other. They was eating feces. They was fucking living like savages. You feel me? The Moors, black men, they call them fucking they try to call them other shit throughout history, but they're black, right? The Moors, black men, went into Europe and civilized their ass. Gave them running water, gave them street lights, gave them soap, gave them deodorant, taught them how to do their fucking hair, created a barn. They said you can't sleep with your fucking pig. What's up, Maya? You can't sleep with your fucking pig. Here's a barn where you put the pigs at. If you sleep with your pig, you're going to catch a disease from their ass and they're going to kill you. That's why back then motherfuckers was living to be 37. You feel me? Motherfuckers weren't living to be 60, 70, 80 years old. They was living to be 37 years old until the black man civilized their ass. But they don't tell you that in school, right? But our kids ain't learning that shit in school, right? So this is who you are. As people, this is who you are. So think about that. The kings and queens of this planet, the mothers and fathers of this planet, right? Look at where we at today. Look at where we at today. We in this fucking country getting treated like shit, right? And we, even America, the United States of America was built by slaves. And people say, oh, no, it wasn't. I mean, cotton was, no, nigga. This country was built by slaves from top to bottom. The economy that became the greatest economy world over was started because slave labor. The cotton was king, family. That was it. That was everything. You feel me? Everything that we have today. The banking system, the railroad system, everything that we got today. The stock market. Do you know the first item on the stock market? Do you know what the first item was that was on the actual stock market? Yeah, it was your black ass.